So there we are. Now we ramp up on the Samruddhi Mahamarg. Here we go. Overtake kare ho. 150 pe ho. Up and down, and that sort of ruins the riding experience. तो कुछ देखेंगे
पीछे सीट बेल्ट नहीं यूज करते
पीछे. So after a little delay yesterday, we are now heading out to Hyderabad. About 6 a.m. in the morning. Alright guys, so we are ready to hit the road. Are we sure about that, guys?
Yes.
Alright, so let's get on with it then. I'll catch you guys up on the way. We're going to get on to the Samruddhi Mahamarg. I've heard a lot about this expressway, and I think it's a recent one. It was inaugurated back in December 2020. It's one of the revolutionary expressways that India has had in the recent times. So we're very excited about getting on the Samruddhi. We are 3.4 kilometers away from getting on to the Hindu Hriday Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray Samruddhi Mahamarg. So we are coming up on the Samruddhi Mahamarg now. It's just about 600 meters away, so we should find an entry ramp very shortly, and that will help us get onto the highway. So there we are. Now we ramp up on the Samruddhi Mahamarg. Here we go. So we are at the threshold of the Samruddhi Mahamarg. This is where we get onto the Mahamarg. This is an absolute engineering marvel, and I've been hearing some rave reviews about this expressway. We're quite excited, and we're big to get onto the expressway. So we will remain on the expressway for a stretch of maybe 50-60 kilometers. So let's say the next couple of hours, we're going to stay on this highway, and I'll keep showing you guys what the highway feels like. Give you a little lowdown on what this highway is all about. Let's get. I'm going to drive along. Shirdi, what do you feel about this?
Excited.
Excited?
Brand new roads. Seems really nice to drive. I hope we get to see a good amount of sunlight, and we have crystal clear roads.
Fantastic.
So we are
So we're going to be on the Samruddhi Expressway for another 72 kilometers. This expressway has been built for a top speed of 150 km per hour, but the legal limit is 120 kilometers. But this is a 6-lane highway for now, but this can expand up to 8. This entire highway is 701 kilometers long, the entire stretch. So we are slowly beginning to accelerate. I am coasting at 105 kilometers per hour now, so I have no intention to violate the 120 kilometer per hour threshold set by the authorities, but we'll see if we can touch 120 at least. Fun fact, this is an expressway, not a highway, so we do not have too many exits. The access is very, very efficiently controlled. From a safety point of view, I think this road is a milestone in terms of the kind of highways we see in India, because it is very well fenced, extremely wide, and still there's a great potential of expansion. Now this highway has been built through 3 wildlife sanctuaries, so the possibility of you sighting some wildlife darting across the road is kind of high. One will find some great countrysides on either sides of this highway, because India is one of the longest greenfield road projects. So given that a lot of rural population lives on either sides of this highway, I've learned that a lot of underpasses and overpasses have been built, though I haven't come across any so far on this stretch at least, but then there definitely are a few. So we are 5 minutes into our drive. Well, so far the road quality has been a little not up to the expectations, because it's not a very even road. Concrete appears to be a little unlevel, so you don't get a very smooth drive experience. But in my opinion, the evenness and the flatness of this road leaves a little more to be desired. So this highway is still at its very nascent stage. The idea is to have food courts at every 5 kilometers. I haven't spotted any so far, which means that they're still in the works. This is essentially bringing down the travel time between the two cities, Nagpur and Mumbai, from 16 to a staggering 8 hours. what we are driving on is a 3-lane road. So to my very left is the lane meant for trucks, heavy haulers basically. The center one is meant for cars, and if you want to overtake, then you keep right. So speed limit for trucks is 80, for cars it's 120. 120 पे जा रहा हूँ, अपने से भी फास्ट भगा रहा है और मेरे को ओवरटेक करेगा वो 150 पे वो गायब हो गया वो lost in oblivion. It is very disappointing to see that a lot of drivers are brazenly violating the speed limit. 120 is the legal limit, and we just saw a sedan speed by us, and I'm sure that guy is hitting 160, 170. This is definitely a prosperity corridor. You know, I can definitely sense that this is going to be a huge boost for the socio-economic progress of this entire area. The drive experience is fabulous. I haven't driven on any road like this before. The asphalt layer appears to be smooth, but then every now and then you keep hitting these patches which kind of tend to be a little up and down, and that sort of ruins the riding experience. So the length of this entire stretch is close to 701 kilometers, but it must also be mentioned that this is only just partially open. Now what is now functional and operational is the stretch between Shirdi, Nagpur and Nagpur to Igatpuri. There is another stretch which will help people commute from Igatpuri to Mumbai. Now that part of this highway is going to most likely open by December later this year. We have exited the Samruddhi Mahamarg now. Now we have another 4 kilometers for us to connect to the National Highway 52. That's the one which is the Sholapur, Aurangabad Sholapur road. So we have exited the Samruddhi Expressway. The drive experience was absolutely brilliant. Now we have another 579 kilometers to go. This is until Hyderabad. So we are on the National Highway 52 now. We keep on this highway, I think, for the next 100 odd kilometers. Even past that, I think the highway will remain a very well paved one. Given the pit stops we will take, it may take longer. We have covered close to 150 kilometers so far. Another 505 kilometers to go. It's about 22 past 8 in the morning. We will continue driving for another hour, and then we'll see where we can take a brief halt, where we have some breakfast and tea. We are on the Sholapur Aurangabad highway. Taking a brief halt right now to have a little cup of tea and coffee so that we can get on the road again. तो भी देखेंगे
आपका गाड़ी है
ये 1.5 साल हो गया सर लास्ट ईयर लिया लास्ट ईयर अप्रैल
पीछे सीट बेल्ट नहीं यूज करते
पीछे इंश्योरेंस है सर मैं आपको आरटीओ वॉलेट में दिखाता हूँ ये मेरा लाइसेंस है थैंक यू सर So this was our 4th tryst with the cops since we set out towards Shirdi on Friday. Well, there are a lot of these interceptions that happen just around the toll gates. So one key thing to remember is wear your seatbelt and always have the PUC, a valid PUC certificate on you, because that's what they bank on. Thankfully, we got a PUC done the day before, and which is why we didn't have to shell out any more than what we already did. अब वो बोल रहा है मेरे को मैंने भरे पैसे मेरे को तो मैं तो दूंगा नहीं पीछे कौन पहनता है सीट बेल्ट So we are 4 hours into our drive. We have now taken our first major. So this is alongside the NH52 highway, National Highway 52. Kanaya Fast Food appears to be a decent restaurant. But the one thing that keeps disappointing us is the quality of washrooms that we find on these restaurants alongside the highway. Toilets are alright, but then if one needs to go for the longer one, then you just don't find clean wash. So we've ordered ourselves a poha. Me and Priyanka. Then he's waiting for his uttapam. Gob's waiting for his mixed idli vada. Mixed idli vada. So we got off from the Solapur-Aurangabad road. We've taken a left and we are driving inwards. Now we may have missed a turn because now we're meant to be making a U-turn again. But then we did not quite see a concrete road, the one where GPS was directing us to take a left. Nevertheless, we'll make a U-turn now. Get back in the zone was quite a way, but we have finally managed to find one. This doesn't appear to be a concrete road, not even a proper one. This is what the GPS tells us to follow. Too much of gravel on this road. Traction is quite a problem. Hopefully we don't get a flat. We have gotten off the Solapur highway. We are now heading inwards. So we are on the Solapur Bead Road. This should connect us to the Naldur Fort area. And then once we take a left, it should be a straight up road to Hyderabad and onwards to Hyderabad. So I expect that 7-8 p.m. we should be able to make it to Kondapur in Hyderabad. So there's going to be a change of guard now. Shirdi is going to take over the reins.
Yes, I am.
He's going to take the wheel now and we drive onwards again. रुलाएगा क्या पगले?
क्या है क्या बात है?
ये सीधा रोड है?
कम है ना
यहाँ पे नेटवर्क नहीं है शायद. So we have pulled over for lunch at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. We kept delaying our lunch, so we thought it was an opportune moment to pull over. Khana nahi hai? Turns out that this hotel has been closed for a while, so we'll have to continue our hunt for another good restaurant, decent one. After much scouting, we've finally managed to get to this Punjabi Jitu Dhaba. Looks a decent place to us. The very conventional, traditional dhaba format appears quite appealing. So we are going to settle down here and have our lunch. The Bob's going for aloo methi and the chapatis. We're waiting chapatis, are you? They are delicious, well buttered. We're waiting for a paneer butter masala.
Onion pieces.
Go with that too. Let paneer with that too. Our lunch is done. Food was amazing. We had some delicious butter naans and paneer butter masala. I've had such tasty Punjabi food after a very, very long time. Full now, hopefully. I'll get a good sleep. It's going to be the driving seat. So we are done with another coffee break, and hopefully this is going to be the last one of this journey. And I think that is exactly going to be the case, because we are just 90 kilometers from Hyderabad. Another 20 kilometers and we'll get onto the outer ring road, Nehru outer ring road. And from there onwards, it should be a smooth drive. Our trip to Shirdi has finally come a full circle. So Gob, Srini and Priyanka depart from here. I have another 25 kilometers to cover before I get home. So good one, guys. That was time really well spent.
It was nice.
You guys,
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and do consider subscribing to keep in touch. I will see you in another one then. Look after yourself. Take care. So thank you.